Afternoon, guys. Well, I've had a couple requests from folks on how to walk between chords. So that's all this video is how to walk from like G to C to D if we're playing a song in the key of G, and if we're in the key of A, from like A to D to E, all the walks in between. That's what makes a song really sound good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with a walk, here's an example which you'll recognize from a Johnny Cash song. I'm going to walk from C to F, back to the C to the G, okay? Okay, so here's our first one. Here's our first progression. We're going to walk from G to C to a D chord. So when you're playing a G chord, the first thing you want to do is hit your top string, which is a G note. Take your index finger, raise it up, put it back down where it was at and play that string. Then just land on a C chord and hit the A string first, then strum. And it'll sound like this. E string, A open, close it, land. Bass, strum, bass, strum, bass. From G to C, E string, open A, close it, land on the C. Now when I'm playing C chord or most any chord, I like to alternate the bass line. To do this, I hit the A string, A, strum, I move my finger up and play the E string up there, or you can just play a full C like this. But I usually just alternate it back and forth. So I go A, now I'm going to walk to my C chord and alternate the bass line. Now I'm going to walk back from the C to the G. Just reverse it. Open. Play my G. Walk back to the C. Go backwards. Open. Play G. So I'm going to go from G to C to D now. When I went from the C to the D, I went A string on the top of my C, open my D string of my C chord, play it open, close it, land on the D chord and hit the D note. So I'm going to walk to that D again. Here we go. Here's my C again. From the D to the G, open E, first fret, second, and then land on the G chord. So I'm going to walk to the C, to the D, and then walk back to my G. So here we go. This next walk is for the progression of A. So we'll walk from A to D, back to A to E. So here's your A chord. We're going to alternate between the A and the E string. And when you start your walk, you're going to hit your A open first. Take your index finger, reach up there with the A string 2nd fret. Ring finger is going to touch the 4th fret. And then you're going to land with an open D string as you play the D chord. So I'm going to go back to my A. A, 2, 4, land on D. And I'm alternating between the D and the A string now. And to go backwards, we just go backwards. D, 4, 2, open A, land on A. Now we're going to go to the E. We're just going to walk backwards to the E chord. So you hit open A, E string 4, E string 2, play an E chord, hit the E string open. And I'm alternating between the E string and the A string. You always start with the note that is on the chord. So E, A, E, E, 2, 4, A. A, 2, 4, D. D, 4, 2, A. A, 4, 2, E. E, 2, 4, A. This is one of my favorites. It's in the key of E, from E to A to B7. You'll notice I'm going to alternate bass line on my B7 by hitting the A string and moving my middle finger up and then playing the E string, the 2nd fret. So it sounds like this. Back to E. E strum, A strum, E strum, A strum. Okay, so here we go. We're going to walk from an E to an A. Okay? So here's my E. E, E, 2, 4, A. We know that one, don't we? And now we're going to walk to the B7. To walk from the A to the B7, you're going to reach up here on the E string and touch it on the 4th fret. Okay? Open A string. Index finger is going to be on the 1st fret on the A string. Then just land on your B7. I'm going to do that again. Here's your A. Ready? Now watch this. 4, open A. 1, 2. Your E chord, I just reach up here and we'll pull this E string twice, and I'll go pull, pull, E strum, A strum, E. Pull, pull, that's the E string in the 2nd fret. Pull, pull, E, A, E. Open, 2, 4, A string, backwards. Then we're going to walk to the A. A, E, A, 4, 2, then E. So there you go. That'll give you something to work on. We've got G to C to D. We had A to D to E. And we had E to A to B7. And so those are three of my favorite walks. And I'll give you some more walks, like I said. But that's enough to work on right now. So I hope you have a good week, and if you have any questions, just leave your questions inside the comments, and I'll be glad to answer them, okay? So you all have a wonderful week, and goodbye.